Welcome back, everyone. It's John, Wade Boggs fan. Before I get into today's video, taking a look at my top 10 Wade Boggs cards from the years 2000 to 2003, I wanted to talk a moment about the end of my previous video where I did a Would You Rather. And that Would You Rather pitted a 2019 Topps Chrome Sapphire Fernando Tatis rookie card in a PSA 9 against the 2018 Topps Bat Down Ronald Acuna rookie card in a PSA 10. And based on some of the comments that I saw, there's two things that came to mind that I wanted to talk about. One is it definitely pointed out my lack of following the current game, because I was not aware that Fernando Tatis had recently been injured. I believe it was his shoulder. I believe he has right now been put on the 10-day injured list, but I think there's talk about whether he needs season-ending surgery and all this stuff. So yeah, it just goes to show that I just don't follow the current game as much as maybe I did in the past. But the second point is I found it interesting that a couple of the commenters said that they would go with the Acuna rookie between the two because Tatis is currently injured. And I found that interesting on a couple of different levels. One, it just goes to show with current players and their cards sometimes how volatile things could be. I think few comments said that they thought Tatis was maybe the overall better player, or had the maybe longer term prospects, but they may have gone with the Acuna rookie because Tatis is currently injured. Well, unless it's a career-ending injury, and you think that Tatis is a really good long-term prospect, does the fact that he's currently injured mean that you wouldn't want that rookie card versus the Acuna rookie card? So it sort of plays into this idea of just, and I don't want to say current flipping, but the prospects and current rookies, young stars, how it appears. Again, this is a small little sample of just this little would you rather, but just based on the few comments, it just goes to show that the current state of young stars rookie cards and their their rookies, their cards can be quite volatile, and all it could take is an apparent injury, whether it be a pitcher losing a season, or Tommy John surgery, or a potential season-ending shoulder surgery that may be in store for Tatis, could greatly affect the prices for these players' cards, even though maybe a lot of fans think that Tatis is a great player, has great long-term prospects. He just signed a huge deal, long-term deal with San Diego. So, the interest is there, definitely in him, but I just found it quite interesting that some people would be quick to dismiss the Tatis rookie card, go for the Acuna, just maybe because Tatis is currently injured. So I just found that interesting. I'm not putting down anyone's answers or saying that you're wrong. I just found it interesting. And it just goes to show for me as a baseball card collector of why, just another reason personally, why I like vintage. Those stars are already established. They're done with their careers. They've done what they've done. All right. And it's just a way to look back at their career and not have to worry about, oh my gosh, did this player get injured, and what's he currently doing? Is he in a slump? Is this, and how does that affect the card prices and so on? So again, this is just from my perspective as a collector, and in terms of me being more interested in vintage. This is sort of maybe just another validation for me uh, that I'm going down the right path, and that I shouldn't, get on the current bandwagon of Acuna and Tatis, and now, Trout. He's more well established, but some of these other rookie cards, Bichette, all those, and they could turn out to be Hall of Fame players. Okay, so I'm not putting any of them down. It's just these young stars. There's so much pressure put on them, and everyone thinks they're going to be the next greatest thing, and time will tell. Um, but along the way, there could be some bumps in the road, some injuries, some time away, which could take away from their numbers and all that stuff. So anyway, I just thought that was interesting. So let's get back to the main topic of this video, which is another one of my top 10 lists. And this time I had been in the past doing 1 year at a time. So the last one I did was top 10 Wade Boggs cards from 1999. Well, taking a look at the cards that were produced of Wade Boggs starting in the early 2000s, um, there were a decent number, but nothing too spectacular overall, in my opinion. So I decided to do a top 10 throughout those 3 years, actually 2000, 2001, those 4 years. Okay. And believe it or not, during that time frame, there is only, let me just check my list here. Yeah, there's only one Topps card from that list. Of all 4 years, the only card that I picked that made my top 10 list, there was only one card produced by Topps. A lot of them were produced by Donruss. And the cards I chose aren't necessarily the most valuable. Um, they're not necessarily the rarest. They're just ones that caught my eye. There's something about the card, the design, mainly the design. Um, yeah, I just went through, and actually it was a little difficult, not because there were so many. So I didn't say, hey, here are 30 cards and now I have to whittle it down to my top 10. I actually struggled a little bit to find 10. And there were some I could have added, um, and made my decision maybe a little bit harder. But I think that the 10 that I picked, hopefully you'll agree, are at least cool looking cards. Like I said, there are some valuable ones in there. And I had done a video long time ago, maybe 6 months ago or more, of, at the time, my top 10 most valuable Wade Boggs cards. And I think there may be a couple of them in this top 10 list that just happens to be how it worked out again. But anyway, uh, I'm going to turn the camera around, or actually put my second camera on now, and show off those top 10 Wade Boggs cards in my collection from the years 2000 to 2003. Let's go take a look. All right. Well, my top 10 list, I just put in order of year, and then within the year by the set name. So that's the order. It's not, least favorite to most favorite type of thing. I'm just doing it sort of how I have them in order in my collection. So the first one on the list is from 2000 Fleer Club 3000 memorabilia. Now, if you're not familiar with this set, it's a die cut set, insert set that has a base and then various pieces of memorabilia. So the one I chose for my top 10 list is the one that has the dual memorabilia. So each of the uh, inside of the zeros there is reserved, could be for a piece of memorabilia. This one here, even though it's not on this, is a hat piece of his cap. So I do have one where it's just the cap, one with just a bat, one with just a jersey. But this one here has both the jersey and the bat. And this one is serial numbered out of 100. The only one I'm missing out of the entire run is the one with all three. And I doubt I'll ever have that in my collection. It's one of my white whales, um, serial numbered out of 25. So the one that has all three, there's only 25 of them out there. They rarely show up on eBay, and when they do, they sell for big bucks. So I'm not sure if I'm ever going to get the one out of 25, but I'll settle for the one that has 2 out of the 3. So that's one of the cards in my top 10 list. The next one is also from 2000, and it's Skybox Dominion Milestones. I just like the design of it. Has a little bit of shine there, and I believe it looks like, yeah, there's a little bit of embossing there. Maybe you can see it on the back. Yeah, you can sort of, sorry for the glare there, but you can see where it says like 3000 right there on the front. So it's a little bit embossed, just the gold foil on it. Really like it. I don't believe, yeah, it's not serial numbered. I don't know how rare this is, or how, I didn't look up what they may be going for. I don't think it's a lot, but I just found the card cool. So 2000 Skybox Dominion Milestones is card number 2. That way. All right, card number 3 is the only, I have a few one of ones from this time period. A couple printing plates, I think. But the one that did make the list is the 2000 Ultra Fresh Ink Gold. And the normal one, which I want to say is out of 100 or maybe 250, I forget, has a silver foil there. But this is the gold. I just like how the gold and green pops. The autograph is not a sticker; it's right on that gold foil there, and it has a stamp on it as well. And I think it almost looks like the stamp was done before it was signed. So that's pretty cool there. And then there is the back certificate of authenticity. So that is card number 3 on my list. All right, the fourth one, and this is where we sort of start a run of Donruss. I had mentioned that probably at least 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 4 of a straight Donruss and maybe owned by Donruss Leaf made my top 10 list. So the first one is a 2001 Donruss Classics Significant Signatures. Just love this this image of him with the follow through. That sort of blue silver background there, the pinstripes going on card autograph as well. Just, I don't know, I always love the design of this. It is not serial numbered, although I think there may be a stated print run, but these are fairly hard to come by. I think the print run may be under 100, I believe. But I just always thought this was a really cool card, and you can see the embossing there, little stamp to show that it's an authentic autograph. So there's number 4. All right, number 5 is another Donruss, and this is a 2001 Donruss Elite Passing the Torch autographs. Now, there's one with just Wade Boggs autograph out of 100. But this one here, and you can check out the shine. What's really cool about this one, if you're not familiar with these passing of the torches, there's another player on the other side. And in this case, it's Noma. Garciaparra, and it's out of 50. So this one is a fairly valuable card, but regardless of that, I just love the shine, the fact that both on-card autographs, it has Garciaparra on the back, Boggs on the front. The one that's out of 100 just has the picture of Garciaparra on the back, but not his autograph, and then Boggs' autograph, and then they have a base one with just the non-autographs as well. I have those, as well as the Boggs autograph out of 100, but I had to include the one with Garciaparra's autograph on my top 10 list. All right, so number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, number 6 on my list is another one from 2001. There were quite a few from 2001, just happened to like some of those designs. It is 2001 Donruss Signature Stats, but it's the Masters Series Parallel. And again, just love, it's a sticker autograph, but I just love the overall design of the card. Him, fielding, getting ready to maybe grab a hit ball down the third base line or something like that. But what's different with this signature stats is it has gray instead of, I think, blue along the side. So it's a bit of a gray there. If you can see on the side, it says Master Series Signatures. So while the regular signature stats, I should have written it down, I think is serial numbered in the 90s, 98 or maybe 56, something like that. Anyway, this version, the Master Series, is not serial numbered, and I don't know if anyone has figured out how many of the Master Series were produced. I'm almost positive it's not a one of one. All right, because I think I have seen other Master Series show up. Is it out of 5? Is it out of 10, 20, 30? I don't know, but you don't see this signature stat show up, the regular one, very often, let alone the Master Series. And so that's why I chose it for my top 10. Just a really cool design, and it's that harder to find Master Series version. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so number 7 on the list is the last one from 2001, and it is the EX Behind the Numbers Game Jersey Autograph. So there is a jersey version, then there is the autograph, hand numbered out of 26. You have a jersey there with his jersey number 26 on card autograph. Love the dual photos there. Just an outstanding looking card in my opinion. Here is the back of it. Just a great looking card. Had to be in my top 10. All right, down to the last 3. So number 8 is moving into 2002. And the first one is 2002 Donruss Classics Significant Signatures. Now, if you remember, I also picked the 2001 Donruss Classics Significant Signatures. But again, the image that they used, it's a sticker autograph this time. I think the previous one was, where is it? Of course, I'm not going to be able to find it now in the stack. Yeah. All right. So they went with on-card for 2001. 2002, they decided to do the sticker. Compared the two, I take the on-card. But I love both images. It's just unfortunate that they had to go with a sticker autograph this time. Although it's a nice big sticker, so you get a nice bold signature, which is good. Now, I think this one is numbered to, yes, 25. So much shorter print than the one from 2001. Still a really cool looking card. Again, would have been so much better if it was on card. All right, we're down to the last two. And the last one from 2002 is, and the only one on my list that was produced by Topps, is the Topps Tribute Pastime Patches. This card has some major shine going on. Check that out. And I'm trying to figure out what that patch is, whether it's a tag from his uniform. It's sort of hard to see. I don't know if that's maybe part of a Russell tag. I'm not sure. But man, just a gorgeous, gorgeous looking card. These aren't serial numbered, but I want to say there may be a stated print run and it's fairly low. 30 or 60, I think. Not too many of these are around, but ooh, just a gorgeous card. Yep. All right, and the last one, and the only card that I found any connection to, I guess, or thought was worthy from 2003. Really, again, an overall bland year for Boggs Cards. But I chose the 2003 Leaf Certified Materials Fabric of the Game debut year. Now, again, if you're not familiar with the Leaf Certified Materials Fabric of the Game from 2003, at least for Boggs, he was featured 3 times, once with the Red Sox, once with the Yankees, once with the Devil Rays. Then within those teams, I think there are 5 different versions of jersey cards, and it's all based on the die cut. So you have a base square piece, then you have one that looks like a diamond, then you would have one with his jersey number, then a significant year, then his position, which would be 3B for third base, and then they have one for the debut year of that team. So the one I'm showing off here is the Fabric of the Game used material, and you can see down there Boston Red Sox debut year 1907. So the jersey cutout there is 07, right? So okay, fine, it's a different die cut than the others. But what Leaf also did was it, in most cases, paired, if there was a number, like his jersey number for 26, it would be serial numbered out of 26. If he had a jersey number of 12 with the Yankees and Devil Rays, it would be serial numbered out of 12. So in this case, this one is serial numbered out of 7. Now, they also had versions in here that were autographed, and I think those were out of 5. But for a non-autograph from 2003 to have a serial number as low as 7, that is nearly like a 1 of 1. All right, because back in 2003, they started maybe a little bit more with the 1 of 1s, and they started to get lower, print runs. As you can see, the one from 2002, that Significant Signatures, had a print run of 25. That was generally the standard, unless it was a 1 of 1. The lowest serial numbered card that was produced during that time was out of 25. So again, to have one that was out of 7. So this one took me quite a while to find. Obviously, I think this was the most expensive one, or the one I paid the most for out of all the different runs. I do have 2 of the autographs out of 5. Like I said, there's probably 15 different versions of all the ones, because they had one, an autographed one for each one out of 5. So I think I have 2 of them. One with the Yankees, and I don't know if I have one with the Red Sox or not. I'd have to look it up. But anyway, that rounds up my top 10 list. So we'll do a quick summary here. We'll see if I can show some of these off here and try to avoid the glare, which I'm not doing a good job in. So we'll just do this. All right. As one last look, So let me know in the comments. Do you have that out of the light there? There we go. Still working on my lighting, guys. So I'll get that improved. So let me know if you have any of these are your favorites or what you think in the comments. Would like to know. I know there are going to be a few Red Sox and Nomar fans that are just going to love this card. I don't know if Mr. Fisherbike, Jason, I don't know if you have this one or not. If you don't, yeah, I won't be sending this one to you in a care package, but I hope you do have one. If not, I hope you eventually do get one. So there we go. And of course, that one's never leaving my collection. And we have the last two here. So again, would love to know what you think in the comments. That's all I have for you guys. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.